What inspired the decision to digitally publish a phonics program?
From my point of view, I think digital materials are a great step forward to be aligned with traditional teaching. And of course, it gives teachers this ability to have another string to their bow, a different way of working with children who perhaps in the normal run of things don't always do so well. What do you think, Rachel, in your
Yes, I do. And I think going along from the success we've had with the Kaligo handwriting program, I, for one, have had experience with very reluctant writers that I couldn't get to
Mm.
engage in writing activities with pencil and paper in the classroom, but give them a tablet with Kaligo on, and they were happy to have a go. So I think having the phonics as an extra is going to be an absolute bonus to Kaligo and to the children's progress in literacy.
How does Kaligo Phonics apply a scaffolded approach to teaching phonics in the classroom?
The phonics program with Caligo is in line with the letters and sounds scheme of work, and we follow it really closely. So it is in line with everything that the teachers will be familiar with.
Well, I think in terms of how the materials are scaffolded, they take the students through a series of activities of varying degrees of difficulty. So they fit in very well with other methods of teaching in the classroom, in that there is revision built into the program for previous sounds. There's also the introduction of new content and sounds, and everything's modelled for them. There are also freer activities in a learning and practice level. And then finally, the students go on to much freer practice in apply, but teachers have access to all of these. So they may decide just to use revise and review for a student who might be struggling, or they may use the introduction of new sounds really as a backup for what has been done that day in the classroom.
It's the application that, as a teacher, we really need to ensure that they are able to apply it both in reading and writing context. The activities that Caligo offer are perfect for this situation, because we can see, okay, are they retaining sounds we've already taught? They introduce a new sound, and then they practice both reading and writing of those sounds. And then within the reading, there is the blending and segmenting. And then as you know, the phases progress, it becomes a bit more of reading short, longer pieces of, writing where it's comprehension.
Why is Kaligo Phonics unique to other phonic programs out there in the market?
I think from a child's perspective, they will learn a sound with the teacher stood at the front of the class. We would have a writing exercise to do. We may have a reading exercise to do. That could be on a worksheet. It could be on the interactive whiteboard. Lots of schools do different things, but with the Caligo Phonics program, is that we have a range of activities that I know are very engaging, and I know I can guarantee all my students will be engaged and motivated to have a go, but it also will go at their own pace. So the Caligo AI tool will be able to assess, okay, if they're not quite getting it, we can see that as a teacher very quickly, and then we can give different activities, or they will have more remediation activities to do within that lesson to ensure that they are still making good progress.
Yes, I think we need to have this flexibility there to work with students. I mean, obviously, as Rachel was saying, the students all work together in a classroom, but then you have children who are falling behind. They need more help. Students who work better in a digital environment have got that bank of content there. And of course, phonics is essential for students in their reading program. Learning phonics in a very sophisticated way in digital content is building the blocks for reading and being able to improve very quickly in a very short length of time.
What makes Kaligo Phonics a better choice in the classroom?
No, so from a teacher's perspective, I think Caligo has something which I've never experienced before, where I can give a child a set of sounds to practice application and write and read, and I can see exactly where that child is. I can go in and quickly assess where that child is at, and then again personalize the journey for that child specifically in their phonics learning.
If you have a class of 30 children, you can assign work to them individually on paper. They can look at it, they can work on it. But as a teacher, it's very difficult to get round a whole class of students. Whereas with digital content, you can check almost instantly how each individual child has progressed or not progressed. and then you can assign extra work to cover the gaps.
As developers of curriculum and teachers, what excites you about this product?
I think for me, it's the flexibility of how we can use it. I've seen teachers use Kaligo handwriting in different carousels. I've seen them use it as interventions. For me, I'm really excited for teachers to be able to get the most out of the app through whole class teaching, small group teaching, early morning work. Oh, there's so many ways that you can use this program, but it's always going to have the same benefits.
One of the key features is this idea of repetition. As adults, we don't like to hear the same thing over and over again, but children learn that way, and they like to watch things over and over again. Anyone who's ever read the same book to a child about 20 times knows that they can hear the same story over and over again. And of course, practice is something that can be very, very successful in this kind of teaching situation.